It is now time for the world-famous Butch and Bob Show for this Thursday morning, the 8th day of September, and it's brought to you by O'Quinn & Associates, Murphy Builder Supply, Van's Barbecue, and First Southern Bank.
Are you looking for an insurance company that you can call and talk to a live person? Are you looking for an insurance company where you can walk in and talk to an agent? Are you looking for an insurance company that offers multiple companies so they can try and get you the best rate? If you said yes to any of these, then you need to call or come by O'Quinn & Associates Insurance Financial Services. We offer multiple companies so we can find the best fit for you. Give us a call at 385-1000 or stop by our office at 212 South First Street right here in Jessup.
Since 1946, Murphy's Builder Supply has been serving the folks of Jessup, Wayne, and surrounding counties with quality products and knowledgeable service. Matter of fact, they feel they sell service first to make sure you get exactly what you need for your home improvement projects. And with each employee at Murphy's being there for 10 years or more, you know you're talking with someone with the experience to help you with building supplies, tools, paint, and all the things you need from a full-service hardware store. The best choice in home improvement is Murphy's Builder Supply, 156 Northeast Broad Street, Jessup.
When it comes to barbecue, Van's Barbecue in Jessup is the place to be. A small family-owned business located at 1876 on the Savannah Highway. Van's Barbecue has lunch and dinner specials. Stop by or call to make an order. The number to call, 427-3358. Van's Barbecue's new manager is Sarah Van. Van's Barbecue offers potato salad, coleslaw, baked beans, and don't forget their delicious mac and cheese. Also, check out their shrimp plates, the best in town. Yes, when it comes to barbecue, head to Van's Barbecue, locally owned and operated. Stop by and tell them the Big Dog sent you. Once again, the number to order, 427-3358.
Hi, I'm Raymond Brown.
And I'm Mandy Yeomans. At First Southern Bank, our customers are like family. As a locally owned community bank, we're dedicated to helping our clients succeed.
We have loans for every need, whether it's personal or business. We have lines of credit, auto loans, equipment loans, and of course, we offer mortgages. Stop by our bank or call us at 912-588-1010 and see how First Southern Bank can help you.
Member FDIC Equal Housing Lender.
The following is an exclusive presentation of Jessup Broadcasting, the sports leader in Southeast Georgia.
The world-famous Butch and Bob Show.
World-famous Butch and Bob Show right here on WIFO, 105.5 FM in Jessup, Big Dog Country Radio. And good morning, Bob. How you doing?
I'm good.
You had no ball game this week, but you still got a great interview with Coach Shaw that we could have on the sports.
Yeah, a lot going on. Like I said, they're still getting ready, practicing every day. But they're excited, you know.
Now, they got to be fired up after that victory. And so we'll talk more about that later on. But right now, we've got guests in the studio with us. Who do we have, Bob?
Got a couple of members of the Wayne County Sheriff's Department in here to give us some information. Got Mike Hargrove and Dave Stallings in to talk about a lot of break-ins taking place in vehicles. I know you had the big arrest. We had the press release last week where you at least made several arrests and recovered some of the property, but you want to advise people on what they can do to try to prevent it happening to them. Is that correct?
That is correct. What we're here for today is to let people know.
This is Mike Hargrove. So just people on the listing might not know. This is Mike.
What we're looking for is to let people know what will help us solve these crimes faster on their part. And I want to commend our Criminal Investigative Division unit. They all worked hard to make these arrests last week before, and it was they put in a lot of hours to get this done because it was they were hitting us pretty hard all over the county, and they trimmed it down to an area and got the people under arrest, and it was a very good job on their part. But what we're here for today, it'll be a two-part thing, is Detective Stallings is going to tell some stuff that we see that happens that possibly could be avoided on some of these entering autos, and also with property that's stolen that will help us to find your property faster and guarantee that it gets back to you. So with that, I'm going to let Detective Stallings do his part.
Good morning.
Good morning.
This here basically what we were doing whenever we started interviewing our suspects, made an arrest. I just asked questions. I'd ask them, where were you at? What did you do? How did you do it? Why did you do it? And all of them, well, pretty much most of them said, well, I'd walk around or ride a bicycle, and I'd go in somebody's yard and I'd look inside their vehicles. If I saw something laying there like a pocketbook, a gun, or whatever,
something valuable,
I would check it. And most of them, he said, pretty much all of them are unlocked.
Yeah, people think they being in their yard, they can leave it unlocked.
Exactly. Growing up,
need to have it locked all the time.
That's right. Back in the day, that's what we didn't have to lock them.
No,
but now you better lock them. And it's just things like that. I think we had one, maybe two. One of the guys said, this one here was locked, so I busted the window and went in. But if they'll see stuff in plain view, that's what they're going for.
And most of the time, they're not going to bust a window if they don't see anything.
Exactly.
That's a waste of time, possibly.
And he said he'd grab a couple door handles, and if it's locked, he'd go on to the next vehicle, then go on to the next yard, or whatever.
Okay.
But it made it easy for him, the way he said. He said, well, it was easy. Just go up there and open the door and go in and get what I want. If I see it, I'll get it.
They just fessed up to all that, huh?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Basically what we're wanting, there's several things we would like to see that would make it a little bit easier on the community and us, is some of the items we had trouble recovering. We need serial numbers, a good description. If some of the people, if you would just take an engraver or some type of something to mark the tools and different items, that would help us. Because some of the we recovered probably about 9 guns. Yeah. Most of the guns we recovered, and the serial numbers we had to do some digging, which is fine. But sometimes we can't go back so far to get the serial numbers.
Where did y'all recover these?
To be honest with you, other people. They were trading for dope, and of course, they went to jail too. But most of it, just a couple of the guys that we arrested had them in their possession.
Okay.
That made it pretty easy. We still got a few guns out there that we're working on, and we don't have serial numbers.
Okay.
And that makes it very
know
difficult.
your serial numbers on just anything that's got a serial number.
Yes, and just mark it. Take pictures. Take pictures of your items, and cameras. I know we shouldn't. We go, I don't need no camera. I shouldn't have to do that. Well, times are changing.
Yeah. If you look around here, there's one here, there, all outside.
That's right.
But this is a business, but a lot of times we don't think about that at homes. But
and we do have. We got some good video from some of our neighbors, and and it helps. It helps a lot. And the biggest thing is, what we're trying to stress is, if you're going out of town, call us. Let us know, that you're going to be out of town, so we can at least ride by and keep an eye on your residence. Don't get on social media.
Yeah, don't let people know you're out of town.
That's exactly right. Because these guys tell us that they'll look on Facebook, and they'll listen to who's going to be out of town, and they pay attention.
Yeah, and people, they post pictures. Oh, we're in Savannah, we're in Panama Beach, we're in Cancun, we may be in Atlanta, something like that. Wait till you get back before you post those pictures. And
that's
everything.
Right. Yeah. It's just an invitation, to these guys, and hopefully these guys we've got, hopefully they'll be gone, for a while.
Okay,
I'm hoping anyway. But some things, and I've done this for years. I've told people for years, whenever you leave your residence, even if you're just going to the store, turn up your television or your radio loud enough to where, and it does help, sometimes. But the bad guy, he could walk up in your yard and all of a sudden he'll hear the TV or radio going and say, "Wait a minute, there might be somebody in there," and they'll go on to something else. It does help, but at night, leave lights on. A lot of them, and these guys told us they'll go up to a house and they go, they got too many lights on, porch lights and security lights.
So it's good to have a lot of outside lights on. It's good because some of my neighbors have. I leave my house each morning around 5:10 and heading up the road there, and there's a lot of neighbors on that have lights on outside, porch lights, floodlights on the outside, so it's good to have lights on.
That's right. And do not hesitate to call us if something looks suspicious. That's our job, and you never know where we're going to be at. Our guys patrolling, and they help. They did help a lot too. Everybody. We all work good together. But what they were doing when it was getting hit so hard. The patrol guys and gals would anybody walking, they'd stop and ID them and just see what what they're doing, where they're going, and keep up, document. This person was out at such and such time,
right?
And it helped. And even one of the guys we interviewed, he saw a patrol vehicle ride by. He goes, "Oh," and he dipped off in the woods and hid. Then he just kind of, he didn't really do anything. He just kind of, made himself invisible and got out of the area.
Mm-hmm.
But I want people to call anything suspicious, because you never know where patrol's at, or us. We answer. We all answer calls. Especially if we're close by it, we'll answer the call. And and a lot of people, they go, "Well, I don't want to call. I don't want to do this." Please do, because you never know where we're at.
Okay.
But if you can put cameras up, even simple deer cameras. I've made an arrest off of deer cameras before. To capture somebody in the yard, stealing.
Mm-hmm.
And you can get them at Walmart or wasn't it Brunswick Academy Sports? We've got several from over there that we've bought, with the county, and I've got them out all over the county, and different areas, especially hot areas. We're gonna put our cameras out.
It's amazing how many cameras are out there. You can't go just about anywhere without cameras being somewhere.
Exactly, that's right, and it would help. But especially take pictures of, especially your firearms. Take pictures of them. Take pictures of your serial numbers and put them up somewhere safe that you don't tell nobody where it's at. Except maybe your spouse or whatever. Let them know, okay, something other was to happen. One of them can pull up the serial numbers and provide it for us.
Okay.
That would help out a lot. Like I said, we still got some firearms out there. We have an idea what happened to them. Hopefully we'll get them back. But there's some that I know we won't ever see.
What's the cooperation with the sheriff's department and the police department with the pawn shops here in town? Because I know a lot of the people steal to be able to go pawn so they can get money to go buy whatever their body needs. Apparently,
we work great with them. We work together. We'll get back into each other and discuss our cases, and we work real well together.
Okay.
But what we can do, we got a system that we can. If you pawn something other. If I got the serial numbers, or if I got any kind of information to put into the system, I can do that, and I can check pawn shops nationwide.
Do they have to enter that into a database?
Yes.
The pawn shops, when they get something, they have to enter all that into a database, so y'all can just sit there and check out where these items may or may not be.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
All right.
And they even photograph the person, sometimes and we're going to have to go, talk with some of the pawn shops, because some of them's not doing exactly what the guidelines are.
Okay.
And taking fresh pictures, new pictures of somebody pawning stuff.
Okay.
We got to have that, and it does help.
Okay.
Do people get their items back from the pawn shop if somebody takes?
We do. What we
I
do.
remember years ago they had a incident at the city hall where a person was there and somebody stolen all their tools. They had the numbers and all that, and they couldn't get it back. And I couldn't understand why they couldn't get it back. So they do get it back.
But if they've got serial numbers or any kind of identifying mark that they tell us, and we find it in the pawn shop, we put a hold on it, and then we find out who pawned it, and we start working it. And they can't get rid of those items, until we release the hold or remove the items from the pawn shop.
Okay.
And then we go to court, and restitution and all that comes to play.
All right. Any other helpful tips there, Detective?
Pretty much just common sense. Really. I hate to say it that way, but lock our doors.
Well, and it's just an amazing thing how many people won't lock their doors. It happens all the time downtown.
Well, most of these guys.
Like I said, you can help yourself a lot by just locking. We say Christmas time's not far away, and same thing. People go and they buy all these Christmas presents. They leave them in the car unlocked, and next thing you know, they don't have Christmas. So, make sure you lock your doors or take the items inside. Don't leave them in the car. It's just a lot of things that people need to be aware of with the holiday season coming around the corner.
That's right. And for years, we've been making comments whenever a holiday comes around, like Christmas. We say, well, here we go. We're about to get busy, and usually we do, because you got people that are stealing. That's the worst time of the year. I guess you could say it's job security for us, but
Yeah. Lock your doors and put the items out of sight.
that's right. That's right.
'Cause
And
those
do
folks,
not.
they want an easy target.
Yes, and,
so
yeah, they're not going
lock
to work.
doors. Yeah.
They're not going to work hard, too hard, But yeah, we did have a couple of windows busted, and he told us, well, how we done it, and just pay attention to your surroundings,
Okay.
you know.
Right. Mike.
What I'd like to talk about is it's a new thing that we have thought about. One of our captains tells everybody to solve some of these crimes, you have to think outside the box. Well, we know several years ago, under Sheriff Carter at that time, there was a vehicular homicide case that they retrieved some camera footage from a house security camera system that helped them to make a charge, and it has not gone to court yet, but we look for it to go. And we have, since Sheriff Mosley's come in, I know that we have probably on 8 to 10 cases retrieved footage from people's home security systems. And it has helped us to identify people. It shows the people in the act of the crime. If we can get that, then that gives us more evidence to present in court to get a prosecution and possible some prison time for these people. And what we have thought of, and thinking outside the box, like this one particular captain said, is we want to start an initiative at the sheriff's office. Anybody in Wayne County that has got a home security system that would not mind us looking at it, contact Detective David Stallings at the Wayne County Sheriff's Office, and he's going to keep a logbook of everybody that's got the cameras, where they live, and we will have that so if a crime happens in an area, instead of going door to door and asking people if they have them, we can call somebody and say, hey, last night there was a crime committed in your area. We would like to be able to look at your camera system to see if it shows anything, what will be a convenient time for you so we don't disrupt your life. And we're asking people to get hold of Detective Stallings or any of the detectives, and we'll get it in the book. It's going to be in Detective Stallings' office. It's confidential, won't be open to the public, and it won't be open to everybody at the sheriff's office.
Right.
We want to keep it as low-key as we can keep it at the office, but it gives us, instead of spending 4 or 5 hours running around trying to find it, we might can find who did this in a matter of 30 or 40 minutes by making a few phone calls and then going and looking at these videos.
You see a lot of these videos like this on YouTube. You know, where they have those doorbell type cameras, that are Wi-Fi'd into a person's smartphone or something like that, and they can actually see the person doing it and it's recorded and so forth.
That's right.
Well, some of them we just got on the Internautos. It showed the people walking up. It showed some of them riding on bicycles. Some of them had backpacks on, and the camera systems were good, so it showed all of this. And that's what helps us be able to solve these cases a lot quicker. We also ask that everybody be patient with us because we know everybody's crime that happened to them is the most important one to them. But in the case of these Internautos, we had about 15 of them in a period of about a week to a week and a half. So when we get that many, the whole office, detectives and everybody, is trying to figure out how to catch these people. So we're spending a lot of time on them. So you may not feel like we're spending as much time on your case as we should, but we're trying to spend the time on everybody's because they're all related. And if we can stop one person, then we have probably stopped 5 or 6 or 7 of those Internautos, and we can make charges, which they did in just a few days, 4 arrests, and they were 15, 16 Internauto cases that was cleared. So it's just a matter of when you get one, everybody wants to kind of cut a deal and let's roll on somebody else. So we end up getting a whole bunch of them at one time. But if you do have a video system at your house and you would not mind the sheriff's office knowing this and being able to utilize it if a crime happens in your area, please contact the sheriff's office. Ask for Detective David Stallings. He will get your information. It will be confidential. It will be kept in a locked cabinet in his office, and only very few people have access to it, and that should give us a heads up and an easier way to get these crimes solved.
You made those arrests with the catalytic converters several months ago. It seems to have died down. Was that the main people that were involved, or are you still seeing this happen ever so often?
Different people. We still have catalytic converter thefts, but nothing like we were having. A while back when we made an arrest, it was probably 5 counties. These people went to different counties, and me and another detective, we had went to these other counties because we all talk back and two.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, okay, me and Detective Anderson went to Tattnall County. We met with investigators over there from different areas, and we discussed what we had. And I told them then, I said, we got a suspect we're looking at, and everything fell in place. Made an arrest. And he sat down and told me. He said he told me everything. He said, I went here, different counties, different towns, and this is what I done.
I guess for some of these guys, it's like going to confession when y'all bring them in and talk to them.
Yes, some of them just knows they're caught. Of course, they want a deal.
That's what they're trying to do is the deal.
That's right, and sometimes you just can't. There's just no way.
Okay. Anything else on y'all's mind this morning there, Mike? We appreciate this. This has been very, very informative.
I would just like to say thank you to everybody with the Wayne County Sheriff's Office. This is not a one-department job or a one-division job or a one-person job. Everybody at the Sheriff's Office works good together. That includes the 911 system, all of court personnel. Yes. When it's needed, everybody comes together. The Wayne County Jail provides information and help. And Jessup Police Department, everybody works good together. I want to thank Sheriff Mosley and Chief Morgan for allowing the departments to do what they do, because that's what's getting the cases solved and solving a lot of activity going on around town that should not be taking place. And without their willingness to let everybody do the job, it wouldn't happen like it does.
Bob?
We just need more press releases.
More press releases. Bob says, that must not be any crime going on in this town. I don't get any press releases. Go down there and talk to the sheriff's department.
I tell people criminals are creatures of habit, and when you disturb their area, they quit for a while. And I noticed that with one of our divisions, they were producing press releases pretty regular and doing a great job, and they still are doing a great job. But then it got where the people were going, hey, we know you're out. Or we're not doing that in Wayne County. We're going somewhere else to do it now because the pressure got put on them. So it changes the way they do things. They go to other areas. They change their style of doing it, their MO. And so then you have to drop back and figure out how to combat what they're doing next. So, like I say, I commend everybody with Wayne County Sheriff's Office and the JPD, the jail, the court system, 911 system. It takes all of us to make it work, and Chief Morgan and Sheriff Mosley recognize that, and they allow it to happen.
Okay. All right. Detective Mike, thanks for coming in.
Yes, sir.
All right. And this is very, very helpful for folks to try to cut down on some of the car crimes and other crimes going on here in Wayne County. Bob, that's it? All right. Gentlemen, take care. Have a good day.
Thank you.
All right. 105.5 FM in Jessup, Big Dog Country Radio. Anything you wanted to say, Bob? Nope. Because we're out of time. Take care, David. Take care, Mike. Y'all have a good day. All right. The world-famous Butch and Bob Show brought to you by O'Quinn & Associates, by Murphy Builder Supply, also by Van's Barbecue, and by First Southern Bank.